I'm the Acting Division Chief in the Economic Infrastructure Division at the Caribbean Development Bank. I have with me here today Mr. Albert Ellis, Social Analyst in the Social Sector Division, and Mr. Paul Saunders, who is our Disaster Risk Management Specialist at the bank. The Caribbean Development Bank plays a significant role in the post-disaster recovery efforts in our member countries across the region. And with the passage of Tropical Storm Erica, outside of what we would do as a bank typically, staff members decided to give up their personal resources to support the recovery effort for persons impacted by Tropical Storm Erica. And further to that, management of the bank took a decision that whatever staff members give, the bank would match and possibly even exceed. And so that was done, and we took heed of the Prime Minister's call to not just bring in stuff, but to support commerce in the country, to keep the economy moving by buying things in Dominica. So we are here with a full team, meeting with the government, meeting with stakeholders, but what we also did was taking the resources which the staff and the bank put out there. We went to various locations, various business houses within Dominica, and purchased relief supplies. So as the shelter manager would have mentioned, we provided a number of bags of non-perishable items to Collyhaw. We also did this for Paradise Valley this morning, and we also visited the grammar school, where persons from Petit Savant are being housed, and provided a number of items there, and mattresses as well to those areas, because some persons obviously would have lost those areas. And essentially what we're doing, we're standing with our brothers and sisters here in Dominica to support the recovery effort and to provide to assist in the step forward in rebuilding livelihoods, in rebuilding life chances for persons who have been severely impacted and vulnerable. So we would have been in discussions with the Ministry of Social Services, and they would have identified some of the more vulnerable areas, and so those three, in terms of Paradise Valley, the Petit Savant residents at the grammar school, and here at Collyhaw are the areas in which we determined we would give to the recovery effort. As you know, we have 19 board member countries. We're a multicultural, multidisciplinary institution. We're the leading institution for catalyzing development financing in the region. But something like this happens, and it's not just about the development financing which we provide through our post-disaster instruments, but it hits home to staff. We have Dominicans who work at the bank. We have persons who aren't Dominican but have relatives in Dominica. We have dear friends here. So this is deeply personal for the bank, and staff felt that we got to do more than just rely on the development financing from member countries, but give of what we have to support the recovery effort here, and that's what this is about this morning. We have visited a number of areas, and it has been quite heart-wrenching. I mean, the team has been impacted, at a very personal level. I'm an engineer by profession, so seeing some of the modes of failure, they've been quite catastrophic. But I would say that the infrastructure, I mean, you can always rebuild infrastructure, but from and as my colleague Mr. Ellis would tell us, from the social perspective, the homes that have been destroyed, and the memories that would have been certainly compromised because of lost livelihoods, is what has really, I think, has hit home to us the most. The rebuilding effort is mammoth. I mean, we stand with the Prime Minister. He's said that it's not a sprint, and it's so true. This needs to be it's a marathon. The rebuilding effort, the recovery effort, and as the Commonwealth of Dominica, as your development partner, the CDB stands ready for the entire marathon. This is not just a visit. We've been in discussions with the government of Dominica and with critical stakeholders, not just in government but outside the government, and in communities, as you see us here this morning. And we see it as a multi-pronged approach to recovery. The giving of right now, I mean the tangible effort we're making right now, but also we're discussing a series of entry points that will occur over a period of time. What we should also say is that we have discuss with the Ministry of Social Services using some of the resources which staff give to support some of the students. School starts next week, and a number of students' families have college tuition fees to pay, and because of the divergence with their limited resources, probably aren't even considering or know how they're going to pay that. And some of the money which we collect from staff will also go to supporting college tuition fees for a number of students who have been impacted, particularly those in the Petit Savant area who would have lost family members. So the Ministry of Social Services, we discussed it, we're working with them on that, to place the resources with them and identify students. So, it's a marathon, it's a multi-pronged approach, and we're seeking to cover as many areas as we possibly could in supporting the recovery effort. We have a 9-person team here on the ground, and as I mentioned, we are multidisciplinary, multicultural, and we are actually covering a multi-pronged approach to the recovery effort. So we have already introduced our 3 cells. I'm acting as the team leader on the ground here. But we also have with us Ms. Sharon Griffith, who's a civil engineer. We have Ms. Anne-Marie Warner, a country economist. Mr. Damian Reeves, another country economist. We have Mr. Alexander Augustine, who is a financial analyst. He's also Dominican by birth. We have Ms. Marlene Johnson, who is a social analyst assigned to the Basic Needs Trust Fund, and she has been having meetings with them. And we have Mr. Colin Cunningham, who's our corporate communication specialist.